Hello and welcome to a great day here on the Jet Set. We have lots planned for you today. Coming up, are you looking to upgrade your travel? Well, I've got the tips to make your airport stay a bit more comfortable.
Ooh, you know I love adding luxury whenever I can. Then we're talking kid-free travel ideas that are great for the childless or the couple in need of a little me time.
But first, we're talking travel news on Here's This. All of this and so much more is about to take off right here on the Jet Set.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to travel, food, fitness, and everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Wash your hands because travel news is getting dirty on Here's This. Oh, I wonder how dirty. Okay, a growing number of Marriott guests are reporting unexpected and excessive charges for soiled towels, washcloths, and bedding, sometimes totaling hundreds of dollars.
What?
The fees, which hotels claim cover damages, are sparking outrage among travelers who argue that they are being unfairly penalized for normal use. Now, the controversy began when a guest at an Aloft hotel in McAllen, Texas, was billed $80.50 for washcloths that she had used to remove makeup. She later discovered that the hotel had charged her for 7 washcloths at $10 each, plus taxes. Despite multiple requests, the hotel allegedly failed to provide photos of the supposed damage, and management refused to return her calls. A similar policy was reported at another Aloft location where a sign in guest rooms warned that towels deemed too dirty to clean could incur fees up to $50 per item. The issue isn't limited to towels at the Marriott Courtyard Cancun Airport. A guest was hit with a $461 charge after experiencing a nosebleed that stained the bedding. The hotel charged nearly 9,500 Mexican pesos for replacing a mattress cover, sheets, and a blanket despite no damage beyond the standard linens.
This is ridiculous.
What?
All of this is ridiculous. Everything that you just mentioned is absolutely ridiculous because A, how can you prove that you were the one that did that? And also, like, isn't that the point? Like, you're using the towels.
Well, right, it's normal use.
Yeah.
So at the end of this show, there's a lot of makeup on both of our faces. If we went to a hotel to wipe it off, we're gonna have to pay $10 per washcloth?
Oh no, we're not.
Can you imagine?
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Now, we just got off a Virgin Voyage, and in the bathroom on the cruise ship, there is a towel dedicated to makeup. It does say makeup on it.
And it's a black washcloth.
So maybe that's the way that hotels need to go. Maybe they need to change what they're offering in the rooms to make sure that guests aren't inconvenienced by these ridiculous charges.
These are ridiculous. I don't like any of this.
I'm still stuck on the fact that, like, okay, so if you put a towel on the floor, so let's say you get out of the shower, you put a towel on the floor, and the floor hasn't been properly cleaned. Now the towel's got, like,
and then
soot
you're gonna
on
be
it, black
charged?
on it, right?
Yeah.
Now what?
Nope. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna highlight that, not complain. I'm gonna highlight that to management.
Okay, so Nikki, how can you protect yourself from unexpected charges? Well, check for fee policies upon check-in and document any warning signs in your room. Take photos of linens and towels before checkout, which is something you've never had to do before.
This is
ridiculous. If you think that they might be flagged for damage, make sure you save those photos. And dispute unfair charges with the hotel, your credit card company, or the hotel's corporate office if necessary. And use personal makeup removing cloths and be mindful of potential stains, especially with white linens.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Hey, who has time to be taking pictures of all their towels and all their sheets and checking for...
It's like renting a car. When you rent a car, you take pictures of everything before you get in it to make sure there's no damage. Well, now you've got to start with the before and after photo of your towels and your bed sheets and your linens.
This is too much. I don't like any of it. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Tell me how you really feel.
I'm mad. I am a mad consumer, and
Nikki
I don't
is
like
mad,
any of this.
and she's not going to take it anymore. So we're going to take a quick, short break, and we'll be right back with more of the Jet Set.
I need to cool down.
Right?
Looking at all my towels, charging me. Get out of here.
And who decides what's dirty?
Yeah, and who decides you could be it was the person before me, or
Nikki, if it was the person before you, why did you touch the towel?
That's what I'm saying.
You're missing my point. We all know that airports can be stressful, long lines, crowded terminals, and not so great food options in some airports. But what if I told you that there's a way to turn your airport experience into something truly enjoyable?
I'd love to hear it.
That's right. Well, today we're talking about the best ways to access and maximize airport lounges so you can relax, recharge, and actually enjoy your time before takeoff.
This is what I like to learn about.
Is it?
Continue.
Okay, we'll do. First up, how do you get lounge access? Well,
You.
not all lounges require a first-class ticket. That's true, I usually give it to everybody. Here are some best ways to gain entry. Number one, airline status and premium tickets. If you are flying business class or first class, lounge access may actually be included with your ticket. Frequent flyers with elite status may also get in. And also when you're flying economy, if you have status, you might get into the lounge.
Yes, this is true. I have all the
Okay.
credit cards.
Well, that's it. Also, you can get in the lounge using credit card perks. Many travel rewards cards, like the American Express Platinum Card, Chase Sapphire Reserve Card, and Capital One Venture X, this is new to the game,
Yeah.
include access to premium lounge networks like Priority Pass, Centurion Lounges, and Capital One Lounges.
That priority pass comes in handy because some airports that don't have regular lounges, they have a priority pass. Continue telling me
Now,
about
Priority Pass,
lounges.
though, is more of a international type lounge. They have some lounges in the U.S. They're getting there. It's
getting
growing.
there.
It's growing. Also, if you don't have any of those that we've mentioned so far, you can also buy a day pass or a lounge membership. Some lounges like American Airlines Admirals Club and United Club offer day passes for somewhere between $50 and $75, which might be worth it for long layovers, because if you're in the terminal trying to buy something to eat, chances are if you're buying
You're gonna
something,
be spending that
you're going to be
anyways.
spending that amount of money. So you might as well spend a little bit more, get into the lounge, have that quiet and relaxation before you get on your flight.
But I never have to worry about that. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I have you.
Because you get it from me. Yeah, we like to share access. You are always my guest.
I was like, Bob, we've got to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more of the Jet Set coming up in just 60 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Parents, we know you love your little ones, but let's be honest, sometimes you just need a break. Whether you're looking for relaxation, adventure, or a little bit of luxury like I am, a kid-free vacation is the perfect way to recharge.
That's right, Nikki. So today, we're sharing some of the best kid-free vacation ideas that will have Nikki packing her bags and setting out that out-of-office email, which she never does, in no time.
I never do, actually. Okay, first up, let's talk about adults-only, all-inclusive resorts. These are perfect for unwinding in total peace. Places like Sandals in the Caribbean or Excellence Resorts in Mexico offer private beaches, yes, gourmet dining, yes, spa treatments, please, and even swim-up suites. No kids splashing around, because you know how I feel about other people's children.
I do. Now, if you want something a little more unique, check out wellness retreats in places like Bali or the Maldives. Imagine sunrise yoga, sound baths, and infinity pools with no interruptions.
Sounds just fantastic. Well, if food and wine are your love language, consider a wine country escape. Napa Valley, Tuscany, or even Argentina's Mendoza region offer private vineyard tours, Michelin-starred restaurants, and cooking classes. Sign me up.
I would like to watch you do a cooking class, actually.
I
would
tear
really.
apart
That
that.
would. Can I have that for Christmas?
Chef's
All right,
kiss.
and for the foodies looking for an urban escape, cities like New Orleans, San Sebastian, or Tokyo have incredible food scenes, cocktail bars, and nightlife, all without worrying about bedtime routines.
No bedtime routines. I love it. Sometimes you just want to get your adrenaline pumping, Bobby. With no kids in tow, you can go all out with experiences like scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef, hiking Machu Picchu, or even doing an African safari.
Or if you want something a little closer to home, try a road trip through the national parks like Utah's Mighty Five, or a motorcycle tour through the Pacific Coast Highway. Are we there yet? From the backseat. In fact, you say that. a lot.
This
Are we
is
there
what
yet?
I'm doing. Let's do it.
Sometimes it's not the kids saying, "Are we there yet?" It's Nikki.
It is. It is actually. If your idea of a vacation is pure relaxation, then a spa retreat, this is more my style, is the way to go. Places like Miraval in Arizona or the Golden Door in California offer personalized wellness programs, meditation, and massage treatments. That's what I like. I like silence.
Do you? Is that what
Quiet.
it's like at home when you finally have a moment? You
Never get a moment, ever.
No?
No. Mom, mommy, mom.
All right. Well, that's it right there. We're going to be talking more kid-free adventures with Virgin Voyages in just 15 seconds. Virgin Voyages has completely redefined the cruise experience. Think luxury, adventure, and a fresh take on what it means to set sail. From incredible dining to next-level entertainment and destinations that will take your breath away, this is cruising like you've never seen before. Joining me today to give us an inside look is Layra Liriano from Virgin Voyages. Layra, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Bobby. I am thrilled to connect with you and your phenomenal sailors.
So Virgin Voyages has redefined the cruise experience. What makes it stand out from traditional cruise lines?
Well, from the get-go, the fact that we're so new at sea and we're causing a bit of a commotion is something that goes apart with our fearless leader, Sir Richard Branson. And one of the biggest aspects of our brand is the fact that there's no kids on our ships. It's amazing with how we've been able to turn that around.
Now, the brand is known for its adults-only policy. How does that enhance the experience for travelers?
100%. You know, I joke with this periodically. What are the differences of your dining experiences when you're back home, right? Do you want to go to an Applebee's or do you want to go to, another high brand restaurant? So that dining experience itself changes drastically. So we're not concerned about chicken nuggets. We're more concerned about that Padlet and providing you a culinary experience as you are voyaging with us.
From Michelin-inspired dining to high-energy entertainment, there's a lot to experience on board. What are some of the must-try activities in restaurants?
Ooh, that's a hard one. There's so much to do. There's so many different options. And ultimately, the best part about it is that you can determine what you want to do. We are no one to say what you want to do, but one of the things I personally love to do is when I get on the ship, I have a little secret for you. Our amazing ice cream spot is called Lick Me Till Ice Cream. My little hints here and there is always swing by the ice cream shop. It never hurts to have a pop. But when it comes to dining, I like to say you can never go wrong with Italian. So Extra Virgin does place a little love in my heart, a little piece of my heart, I'm sorry. The food is incredible on board Virgin Voyages, and most importantly, everything's fresh. So our chef, for example, for Extra Virgin is very cautious to the point of what rosemary is he using, right? So it's all what you want to do. There's no itinerary. There's no black and white. What we like to say is you do you. You release your inner mermaid on board Virgin Voyages. But definitely lick me till you scream. And most importantly, try Extra Virgin.
Your itineraries include stops at some incredible destinations. What are some of the most exciting ports of call?
I'm really glad you asked that question, Bobby, just because, believe it or not, we just released our newest itineraries. So we have a lot to develop, a lot to explore with the awesome sailors. I'm personally fascinated with the fact that we're voyaging out of Iceland and overnighting in Reykjavik. Like if you are ever interested and you look into the pricing with Reykjavik, you'll realize that the pricing to stay there overnight is quite high, but we're allowing our awesome sailors that opportunity. Same thing with our voyages out of Barcelona. If you stay out of Barcelona, you're definitely going to do an overnight in Ibiza. And it's one of those highlights. But most importantly for our US, short Caribbean, we have the Fire and Sunset Soiree. One of the highlights is, and it's always questioned and mentioned, it's the Bahamas. Our private beach club is one of the points where sailors, when they get there, they just realize Virgin is so different.
Can you tell us a little bit about the beach club at Bimini and why it's such a special experience for Virgin Voyages sailors?
I will tell you exactly why. So I have a child, Bobby. My son is 10 years old. And whenever I'm around a body of water, I'm trying to visualize, if I see a kid, whose child is this? When you're in the Bahamas and Bimini Beach Club, there's absolutely not one child around. You can enjoy the serenity of the beach, or you can go to the actual pool and have a little fun, or just do nothing. The joy of absolutely doing nothing, you can definitely feel it in the Bahamas, or you can just feel the vibe. I think that's what it is primarily. Having no kids around, it's like, oof, give me another pina colada, please.
All right, well, thank you for all the information, Layra. We love sailing with Virgin Voyages and can't wait for our next one.
Thank you.
Well, it's time for us to take another short break, but don't go anywhere. We've still got lots more of the Jet Set to come. Before I became a travel journalist, I started out as a flight attendant for a major US carrier, and I get questions about what it was like all the time. So today, I thought we'd answer some of your burning questions about the behind-the-scenes life as a flight attendant and taking to the skies on a daily basis.
I love when we get stopped and people are, they want to talk about the jet set, but they're always like, well, what about this? And I always like to ask you, what was the weirdest thing you've seen or what happened? So let's get into it. We asked our viewers to send in your questions for another installment of Cabin Crew Confessions. All right, let's jump right in. At 5-1, is it safe to drink airplane coffee? I heard they use the same water as the toilet. Is that true?
No, they don't use the same water as the toilet. They do refill a potable water tank on the plane to use to brew coffee and to make for tea and all that stuff. Yeah. It is not the same water that goes into the toilet system.
Really?
Are you surprised?
No. That's not what I'm I'm saying because they don't like change. Something's not changed with the coffee? Like something is not changed like regularly with coffee.
I mean, how often are the coffee pots cleaned and replaced? There's that situation.
Yeah.
I mean, the potable water tank, how often do they clean the tank? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from that, it's safe to drink.
Well, let's continue. Okay, at Mysterious Plate 218 asks, is there a difference among airlines in terms of safety and risk of fatal crash? I'm afraid of buying cheap tickets just because of this fear. Interesting question.
There absolutely is. There is no correlation there. Even though you're buying a ticket on a low-cost carrier, you're just as safe as you would be on any of the major airlines.
Because it's just really like the brand of the plane. The planes are the same.
Yeah, they're all made by either Boeing, Airbus, Mitsubishi, or Embraer at this point.
It's just what painted it's on there.
What it's painted on, what airlines operating it. And all the flight attendants and pilots go through the same training that's always overseen by the FAA, so you have nothing to worry about.
Okay. At Unsettled Summer asks, I've developed a really awful fear of flying due to my panic attacks and have always wondered with something like that, which is mental health related, would it still be okay to call for a flight attendant and say, I'm having a panic attack? Should I just tell them straight up when I'm boarding the plane that I have terrible anxiety with flying? This is a good question.
Yes, definitely let them know when you're boarding that you have the anxiety, because there's, if you know you're going to encounter turbulence, then maybe you'd call out that person ahead of time and say, we know we're headed toward this area. Give them a little bit of reassurance before something happens that might cause a panic attack. But then if you're in that situation where you might actually experience a panic attack and the crew doesn't know, they might think it's something else.
Oh, this is a very good.
So if you have that situation or that fear, then definitely talk to the crew when you board.
I'm so happy that we're doing this. I'm learning so much. Okay, at Take It to Red Sis asks, is it better to ask for water, soda, etc. from a flight attendant in their kitchen area or to call them to your seat and ask? I like to take a walk to ask for a drink to give myself something to do on a longer flight, but my husband is convinced that this is rude and I should be using the call light for requests outside the normal food, beverage, service items. Oh, this is a topic.
I don't think it's rude at all if you walk to the back and ask for a drink, because 9 times out of 10 the flight attendants are back there relaxing in between beverage services because there's nothing else to do unless someone needs something. So if you're up for a walk, especially going to the back towards the bathroom, there's no problem with just asking them for a drink back there. But you can also ring the call button. That's what it's there for.
Interesting.
I just love that it's referred to as the kitchen.
Yeah,
There's really nothing being cooked back there. Unless you're on like the luxury suites on like Qatar or Emirates, everything's cooked on the ground and just reheated.
Okay. Well, at TKen84 asks, are long flights more dangerous than short flights? Also, is it true that emergency landings in the ocean are more dangerous than emergency landings on land?
Okay.
Yeah.
So long flights are not more dangerous than short flights. The most dangerous part of flying, if you will, would be the takeoff and landing. So at cruise altitude, everything's the same.
Okay.
So there's no big difference there. But are emergency landings in water more dangerous than land?
Yeah.
Yes. Generally speaking, yes.
That's crazy. Have you ever had one?
An emergency landing on water?
Yeah.
No. They're very rare.
Yeah.
And they're a lot more dangerous. So the biggest one that made news was US Airways 1549, where everyone survived. And our very first show of the Jet Set. Yeah, Captain Sully, but our very first show of the Jet Set, we had a passenger on the show who was on that airplane. I mean, it's rare that they happen, even more rare that everyone survives, which made that such a miraculous situation overall.
Did you see that movie?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't watch it. It made me too scared. Okay, at Just Checking 78 asks, my fear is that I'll suffer a cardiac arrest in the air, be it out of luck, and just die on the plane. Any way to help ease that fear?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Every airplane has an AED on board. So exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Without the hand gesture, you wouldn't have known what that is. And the flight attendants are all trained on how to use it as well.
That's so interesting. I love doing these because I also learned so much. We've got to take one last break, but I've got your dose of travel inspiration still to come, and you don't want to miss it.
I feel like we need a little shock from the AED right now to keep us moving.
It's time again for your daily dose of travel inspiration on the go, where today, Bobby Robert, we're sending you to experience the starry nights in Greece and Croatia itinerary on Virgin Voyages, one of our favorites. This 10-night sailing from Athens is the dreamiest voyage for any explorer, whether snapping photos in breathtaking Santorini, snorkeling the blue-green waters of Dubrovnik, cocktail-laden merriment in a world-renowned beach club in Mykonos, or experiencing beguiling Bodrum, where dazzling waters are perfectly paired with unbelievable views and world-class cuisine. This is a trip you'll never forget. This journey is available now with discount airfare from the US and a $100 Visa gift card just for booking by visiting oceanandriversailings.com. That sounds fun.
It does sound
I mean,
like
you
a lot of
had
fun.
me at Starry Nights.
I want to see you in Mykonos.
Oh man, if I had some fun in Mykonos.
Have you?
Oh yes, so much fun, and I'm so glad that they didn't have social media back then.
Yeah, are there videos of this fun?
Somewhere probably.
I would like to see those. And if we find them, you can find them on our website, thejetset.com. Thank you for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Oh my God, Mykonos.
On the top of the tables, I heard, too.